It's often trigger, especially the first few moments of the market, when the market is going up and down, often it triggers both sides. It triggers in the up and triggers in the down. Hence, you get like two for one. So, uh, I don't know about you, but if you ask me, yeah, I'd rather have my trades in the morning or during the day and know what's going on than having to wait a day or two to see, oh, my trades yesterday were in a loss. Well, or I took profit yesterday, but I took profit of what? I was targeting 20 pips. You had to wait a whole day to target 20 pips, or even if it's 50. Okay, and I know that this is what most traders out there do. They target for 50 pips, or they'll be very excited, oh, we'll do 78 pips. And they're targeting it, after they measure, then they take the longer time frame. Of course, it's a bit more accurate, right? But it will take a day and a half to hit profit. Profit of what? 78 pips. Well, I think if you've been with our group long enough, 78 pips, even you guys can do scalping for 78 pips within the day, or better yet, in less than an hour. So the choice is yours. Whether you want, you see, you have, like I told you earlier, you have to determine what kind of trader you want to be. And mostly it resonates, or it lies on your personality. I personally hate mornings. I don't like mornings. Okay. And I'm more awake at night. The only time I wake up in the morning is to set trades for you guys or long term trades. I can do that if need be. But the best time for me, normally I wake up by around 9, 10. That's fine. At that time, then I wake up, then I do my scalping because I know London just opened at 10. Okay. So the market is moving a lot. Then that's where I go in, I do my up and down, up and down, up and down, and so on and so on. And from what you guys know, with that, I can do anything from, if I wanted just to stop at 100 pips, I can. But the number can go in the ups of thousands, as had been proven by one of us, around Jackson, Ken. Yeah. And even you can do it. But then you have to make a choice what kind of trader you want to be. Are you going into trading as something like a side gig, or you actually want to take it to the next level where you can actually consider it like a full-time thing? Okay. Or better yet, your personality. Like I said, your personality might drive you to be the kind of trader you ought to be. There are people who wake up early in the morning, but they don't like the screen. They don't like sitting in front of a computer. So for that case, they can do long-term trades. Use the same strategy, sniper strategy, okay, and then set them up. But for those who like to drive fast, if you find yourself you're always driving fast, you're always overtaking people in the road, you like to play chess, you like these things that make your mind think, then consider scalping. Because scalping gives you that rush. The market is moving up. Okay, you have to hurry up and take your pips. Or it's going down, you have to hurry up and. And the beauty of it is it's almost instant gratification. You go in and within 15, 20, 30 minutes, boom, 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 you have your pips. It feels good. It does feel good. Instead of waiting anxiously, sometimes you don't even sleep. Why? Because you have left some trades open. And then you wake up, you find half of them are almost hitting the stop loss. You start panicking and you forget that you set those stop loss for a reason, the reason why you set them up. Yeah. All right. Anyway, let me stop there. You can ask other questions. Okay, no question.
Coach, the other thing I've learned
Mm-hmm.
as we progressed with
Mm-hmm.
the sniper trade
Yes.
is that in the morning at around 10 or so, a few
Mm-hmm.
minutes after 10, you find that these trades, the buy and sell, they're both triggered.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Now, what usually happens is you end up with, if you're taking the buy one,
Mm.
immediately the buy one is kicked on and then it goes for the sell. Now, you find that one of them
Mm-hmm.
will really throw you off balance.
Mm-hmm.
I think that is what happened to me yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
So, and because the stop loss has been set, you had proposed that we use, I think, 40,
35 or 50.
40 or 50,
Yeah.
40, 50, thereabout here.
Mm-hmm.
The thing just skyrockets. I just went to around 40, 50,
Mm-hmm.
and I couldn't control it. I had to kill some of the trades
Mm-hmm.
when that happened. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know what strategy you would propose
Mm-hmm.
because I can't just put my eye on the screen full time.
All right. Uh, remember when we first started, I said
Yes.
my goal was for you guys to be able to just even open an account, to open a dummy account. It took a while for many of you guys to even do that, just to open an account, because people were struggling. Do we do this or do we do that? And slowly you figured out, say, so I can open an account. So practically all of you here now have demo accounts, which is good. Now, the next phase was let's learn how to take trades, just to take trades, regardless of whether it is a win or a loss. I just say, you know what, take them, because there you are learning. You're learning just how to take trades, whether they are wins or losses, doesn't matter. And I'm sure there are people here that I had to push. I had to keep pushing them. Say, guys, no, just take them. Whether they're lost, whatever. No, you're learning the art of taking a trade. And then when you are now comfortable taking a trade, so then how about getting organized trades? So here, all these are going to be buys, 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 buys. Then these are all going to be sells, 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 sells. Okay? And let's see if you can even take profit. We set it up. Okay? So what am I saying? I'm saying we are going through a journey, and whereas you might not see it, in my mind, I have the end. I have the end game in mind. What you're going through is the process to get to the end game. So don't panic, because we are slowly going to get a point where, see, initially, even the first day, many of you could not even take 10 pips. But now, if I say, okay, let's have, if I say I'm going to put $100 down for anybody who does 10 pip, I'm going to be broke, because you're all going to get the 10 pips. I'm sure even if I said $100 for everybody who does 100 pips, I'm sure all of you will struggle and will make 100 pips. But I'm sure 2 months ago, that was a dream. If I'd said that, they'd say, now you're expecting too much from us. So, what am I saying? What I'm saying is, I am glad you're starting to notice those things, but it's good you're noticing, because it means now you're starting to use your head. You're starting to notice things that if you're going to be a trader, you'll have to deal with them, which is good. But now we shall deal with them pole pole. We are going to go to the next phase that is called trade management. Before, I could not introduce trade management because you could not even take trades, regardless of whether it was a winning trade or a losing trade. You could not even take. But now that you can take, then it's easy now to start thinking of how do we then manage those losses. So, having said that, the way we normally set those sniper trades, both buy and sell on both sides, the assumption normally is if you have a moment, it's good to have a look at the charts, okay, because they are done in a smaller time frame. Because it's better you learn how to manage these things early enough so that if you're going to be a long-term trader, you have learned how to manage the trades. You know some of the things to avoid so that you can set up your trades in the morning before you go to work and come back in the evening and you're okay because you learned the practice early. So when you set up your buy and sell in the morning, initially I said it's okay, you can have your stop loss, 35, 50, and so on, and you take profit only 10. Okay. The reason why I only said you take profit of 10, is because after the breakout, the market may target 20 or 30 pips to finish the cycle. Okay. But normally, when you do 10, you're taking about a third of that. Let me see if I can even. Anyway, I won't even try and draw it in the chart. But the idea is with 10 pips, you should be able to have almost taken your trades. Okay? In the event that you're not sure of what it's doing, okay, like, can you see this? Can you see the charts?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. All right. So if this is the chart and we've set up our pending orders, maybe around here, and I'm going to deliberately put this here. So if we had set up this, it would probably have been something like that. Why? Because, okay, the last weeks and so on. So if the market is to break out here, can go up or down. But we set up the pending order to make sure that there's no anywhere in the range here where the market can possibly turn back in, which means by the time it breaks out, it must have made up its mind that it's going to go all the way up. That's why we put this high enough. We put this low enough so that for it to actually go down to take your profit, it must have made up its mind that it's going to go down. So, does that happen all the time, 100%? No. There will be times, and you've seen it happen, where the market breaks, and when it breaks, it starts giving you profit, and then it's like it changes its mind. So, like here. So, it might decide, okay, it'll go up, it'll break, it'll go up, okay, and we were saying, maybe assuming we set our sell stop right there, I mean, a buy stop, sorry, and a sell stop there, the market might decide, okay, I'm going to go up. It comes up, looks at this resistance, and breaks. But then it loses steam and starts falling back. At that point, if you are sitting and watching the market, you ask yourself, for it to have come all the way and broke this and went up, it means it must have had a lot of force. Okay? So if I was sitting there, I would watch and wait and see. Is it coming back to retest that place it has broken so that it goes up? So I'll be patient with the market. However, if it decides to now go against me, that's where now I make a decision. Is it going against me because it's on a downtrend? Or is it going against me because it has changed direction? If it's going against me because of the downtrend, then clearly I am in trouble. I might want to cut my losses very quickly early on so that the losses are minimal. But this doesn't happen often. It's just once in a while. In fact, sometimes for every 5 trades I give, okay, maybe 1 or 2, but not all the time, because most of the time, these 5 trades normally gives us 10 good outcomes. Occasionally, 2 or 3 might go against us, but then 7 would still be good. Now, normally, even people who are commercially selling signals out there, the accuracy, they say, but the accuracy normally it's about 60%. Okay. But for me, when I give you those 5, usually I'm very sure of the 5, you're going to make at least 7 of them will be profitable. I know the math doesn't add up. Yes, but I'm giving you 5, but these 5s have buy and sell, buy and sell, buy and sell. And some of them go up, they break, they go, then they come back, so you take profit there and then you come and take profit there. Okay, and that's why I like this strategy. It's an easier one, it's a nice beginner one, it's a safe one. You don't chase the market, you sit back and you wait for the market to come to you. All right, I know I didn't answer your question the way you wanted, but I hope that, yeah.
I got it, coach.
Okay, thank you. Another question? Okay, no questions. So how are your tradings going now? Are you ready now for the 100 pip challenge? Can we
Very
say,
much, very much.
can we say from now on we want to get reports? And please, when you're giving a report, tell us the number of pips. Don't just give us the Excel sheet or whatever without mentioning the number of pips. So check the number of pips. Once you know they are, then you send the report. Okay? And from tomorrow onwards, which doesn't mean that if you don't hit your 100 pips, then you don't report. No, reporting is important. It's important for me to know what you're doing. It's important for the group to know what you're doing so we know who is struggling, who needs help. Okay? But from now on, can we say in our group, we struggle and we want to get 100 pips daily? Can I get a yes for that? Or am I being too ambitious?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna wait and hear a yes from everybody. So you don't wait for me to ask you personally. Okay, ask. Okay, so you say your name and say yes.
Yes, we are ready.
You ready? 100 pips from tomorrow. It's doable.
Yes, 100.
Brian, yes.
It's doable. Okay, thanks, Brian. Thanks, Alex. Amanya, 100 pips. Amanya is not sure. Julie, 100 pips. Yes. Isaac,
Yes.
Judy, yes.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
good, good. Ken, yes. Patrick,
Yes.
Phoebe,
Yes.
yes. All right, good. Uh-huh. If I didn't call your name, I'm assuming you have a yes. All right. So from tomorrow, let's shoot for 100 pips daily. Okay. And like I told you guys earlier, I am working on a strategy, or rather, I'm preparing you to a strategy that after a few weeks or months from now on, you will look back and you say, yes, you did something very nice for us. See, we all eventually want to make money. Okay? And to make money in the Forex market, money or the amount of money you'll make is actually a product of many things, but majorly a product of the number of pips, okay, multiplied by your lot size, multiplied by your capital. Okay, so these are three things: capital, pips, lot size, capital. Now, the one thing that you have to control that must be at its lowest is your risk, which is the lot size. So unfortunately, as a beginner, we will always shoot for 0.01. I always told you try 0.01. Why? Because you're still a learner. Today I'm seeing guys are doing what? 0.5, 0 whatever. A 0.5 in an account that maybe has $50 or $100. That's a joke. If you do that, you're not going anywhere. You'll just be playing. It's like a hobby. I'm not trying to train you guys to play hobbies. If you do that, you can do that on your free time. But on our time here, we're trying to get you to become a professional trader. And as a professional trader, there is a strategy, there is a plan that I have. And the plan was to get you first to learn how to trade. And once you've learned how to trade, then now we manage the dynamics that help you to make money. And the dynamics are the lot size, the capital, and the number of pips. Now, the one that you have a field day with is the number of pips. Trust me, that's where you have your field day. Because if you can say, every day I'm going to be trading in my account, I'm going to be doing 10 pips, okay? Or 50 pips or 100 pips, okay? And imagine that will be multiplied to your capital. The handicap we always have is the capital. Why? Because to find a good capital is not easy. However, if you are consistently 100 pips trader daily, I can tell you for free, and I've told you this guys before, and I'll tell you again, even online, there are very many people now, organizations that are looking for people who are consistent traders. The good thing about the platform you're using right now, it takes your footprint. Basically, it takes a record of your trades to a point where a month or two from now, if you show somebody in your statement over the last 6 months, you have consistently been doing 100 pips daily on average for 3 to 6 months. Trust me, there are people out there who will say, oh, please trade for us, and we share the revenue. In other words, I'm teaching you how to be a consistent trader, because once you are consistent, the opportunities to make money will come. Don't waste your time with small capital. Don't waste your time with $50. Don't waste your time with $100, because even with $100, trust me, you're going to lose it. Unless you can be patient and take little itty-bitty trades every day. Get 200 there, 300, 200, 300, that's fine. If that makes you happy, that's fine. But to me, that is a game. It's a joke. Perfect your trades, then look for a serious capital. Serious capital, to me, even 1,000. If you're making 100 pips per day, I can tell you for free, even $1,000 would probably be on the low side. Why? Because with this consistency, and now at a personal level, yes, you can trade yourself. You can enter, you can set up your own trades, grow your own account of $1,000. If you can do 100 pips every day, you can grow this. It will take you a while. It'll take you at least 6 months to double the account. Okay? But if you're doing 100 pips almost daily, then it's okay. Ideally, anything from 5,000, now you are talking. That is good. Because if you can now manage to grow this, by the time you are getting to the 10,000 mark, I think you'll be so rich, you won't even have any more time for anything else. Yeah. Now, there are many, I told you guys when we started that there are opportunities that I will share with you guys. Okay. It's unfortunate, but I had turned down some offers before. Maybe you'll hate me for that. There are people who are willing to give, they ask, can you get us some traders? Maybe we'll start with $50. No, $50, I said no. Okay. The guys I've trained, I don't think $50 is worth their time. Then another one said, no, we'll just start with maybe $100. I said, no. If they had said 1,000, maybe I'd have said yes. But $100 will frustrate you because for a $100 account, maybe you might take only 5 trades. Now, I am a scalper. Jackson is a scalper. Ken is a scalper. Isaac, all you guys, I'm training you guys to be scalpers. If somebody tells you you only take 5 trades, when I sometimes take 50 to 100 trades in one setup, 50 to 100 trades in one setup, how will 5 trades help me? It won't help me. But the 5 trades, you are limited because you have a small capital. And that's why I keep telling you guys, if you go and put $30 or $50 there, I can almost assure you, even with your 0.01 lot size, I don't think you'll have more than 10 or 20 trades. Even 10 if you're lucky. So if you're gonna just take 5 or 3 trades, well, in scalping, 5 trades won't help you, won't take you anywhere. Because the idea is to be in and out of the market several times. In and out of the market several times. So what am I saying? What I'm saying is, in the meantime, while you don't have the big capital, focus on perfecting your pips. That's all you do. If you can perfect your number of pips, okay, and you can actually do 100 every day, then when the time is right, you'll have capital. Capital will come to you. Okay, so that even if you have a lower lot size, which is basically the risk, okay, and your capital is, healthy, then you make it up, make all that deficiencies with the number of pips. That's why if you talk about 100 pips, to me, I don't know if you guys are aware, but with 100 pips, we're saying you don't care what is there, you don't care what is there, you're going to multiply it by 100. That is a lot of money. For a standard, not standard, but the mini or micro account we're using right now, okay, the mini and micros, you'll find that for 1,000, like 100 pips, okay, if we trade Euro USD, the Euro USD will give you a ratio of 1 to 10, where 1 pip is $10. So that if you're doing 100 pips, essentially you're doing $1,000. And I'm sure if you're like some of us, I think I don't mind living on $1,000 daily. That sounds like a good idea. But that's what I want you guys to be able to do. Is it difficult? Is it impossible? No. You're almost there. All right. I'll stop talking. If you still have any questions, you can ask. Any thoughts? Any ideas? Any challenge?
Coach,
Yes.
hello.
Yep. We can hear you. Amanya?
Yes, this is William
Yes, William.
from Saka.
Okay. Yes, William.
Yes, I've been following these things, kind of like whatever you're saying is all right.
Mm.
The point what I wanted to raise was what was it? Was it about uh, the amount of the currency that the capital that you have?
Mm.
I've been trying to do trades, like to make the 100 trades, it has, 100 pips, I can make those 100 pips.
Mm.
But the challenge that I have, like the nature of the work that I do,
Mm.
I hardly have enough time, like I can't sit like for long in one place.
Mm.
So at times I take trades and then something comes up which makes me to go, and then I leave certain trades still running. When
Mm.
I come back, I found they've
They're
either
gone.
gone against me.
Mm.
So it's just, I think if I'm to concentrate, like let me say if I am sitting, this is what I'm going to do for 2
Mm.
or 3 hours. I believe there are 100, even more, I can make them. So the
Okay.
challenge is that I have is the nature of
Of the
work
work.
that I do, which
Okay.
requires me to be moving in and out, in and out, in and out. So at times I just leave things and then I go.
Okay. I I have
Mhm.
good I have good news for you and for
Yes.
everybody else. Okay. And this was going to come later, but now that you've asked, I might as well share with you. You see, when you talk about scalping, okay, the one thing that I do, I have normally I call them setups, where setup means um, I'm not going to sit there the whole time, no, but I'm going to trade in small chunks. Small chunks. What do I mean by small chunks? I mean, for example, this is a 1 minute time frame. So 1 minute time frame, uh, I'll go first to the 5 minute and then I'll come back to the 1 minute. So in the 5 minute, so the 5 minute will give you an indication. Okay, so you see this is 5 minutes. Now, those 5 minutes, what you see is generally there's a high there and there's a low. So I can almost draw the high and there's a low. So this market here, where it is right now, it started its journey almost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 times 5 is what? That is 35 minutes ago. So it started its journey 35 minutes ago. Now, because the market seems to be going down but slowly, okay, for me as a scalper, I time this thing. I see, okay, fine, it's up. So if this was not there, if these things here were not there, and I was here, I would know that the market wants to go down. So this would be my setup. What is a setup? A setup is deciding that from here to the bottom here, okay, I want to go down. That's what I want to do. I want to take trades from this point to the point where this market goes down here. Okay, because this is a 5 minute, I go to a 1 minute and see what that will take. Chances are it means I might sit on my laptop for about half an hour or 15 or 20 minutes. I don't know. So I go to a shorter time frame, and because I know my trades Okay. So essentially, what I can say, let me see, what we have just done there was assuming the trades were coming from here all the way till there. Okay. Yeah. Or this marker here. So 35. So if I count this, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, that's about 10, okay, about 20, about 30, maybe around here. So basically, maybe it was from here. So we didn't have this there. So my setup was I'm taking the trades from somewhere up here to the last low over there. Okay. So because it's a 1 minute, every time the market okay, like now it was going up. I think it was going up. It was going up, I would be taking my sells, okay, from 2 pips there because I know, then another 2 pips there, and then 2 pips there. So right here, I would probably take 10 or 20 trades of sell. So if it continues down, I know I'll have my 20 times 2, 40 pips. Then if it continues going up against me, okay, I'm gonna take sells here again, maybe like 20 trades. So it'll be 20 times 2 pips. Okay, that'll be 40. If it continues going against me, again, I take another 20 up here. So it's 20 times 2, which will be 40. Okay. Again, that's very conservative. Sometimes I do 50. I do 50, 50, 50 times 2, times 2, times 2. By the time it gets up here, okay, maybe my time is up. Maybe I have to go and do something because I've been sitting for about maybe, this might be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes. So 5 minutes to set my trades, okay? And then the market will ride down another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 minutes, I have taken most of my profit in 6 minutes. So this is a trade setup. If you don't have time, you can look at the market and deliberately decide where you're going to go in and where you're going to go out. You know the direction of the market is down, which means you're looking for the opportunity when the market is going up. As it's going up, what are you going to do? You're going to sell. But do you start selling right away? No. You have to make sure you are selling at a point where you already have your 2 pips. If the market was to continue, you'd have your 2 pips. If it continues going up, you wait until another 2 pips. Okay, the equivalent space of 2 pips. So you have this space for 2 pips and that space for 2 pips. If it continues up again, you give it more space, another 2 pips, so that when it starts sliding back, you easily get your first setup, the second setup, and the third setup, and you're done. William, so, oh, the meeting is ending in 5 minutes. But what I'm saying, you learn to take your trades in chunks, small bites. If you know you're busy, you don't have time, you take it in small bites. When you have a minute into the office, you say, how much time do I have? I have half an hour or 15, well, half an hour or 15 minutes. If I have 15 minutes, I look at the charts, the 1 minute. Do I see an opportunity? Is it going down or going up? Can I easily take 5 trades, 10 trades, 20, even 100 in that time if it's sliding down? If the answer is yes, I take them. Brrr, I'm done. Wait for them to take profit, then I go. I've done that so many times. Okay, any last questions before we go? Am I telling you impossible things? If they were impossible, some of you guys would not be doing it now. As a matter of fact, you guys will not be doing even the 50 or will not be promising 100 pips. But you've learned over time. So I have confidence you will be able to do it very, very soon. You will. You just have to believe in yourself. You have to believe that you can do it. So I know you will do it. Okay. All right. Seeing no other, we've agreed 100 pips from tomorrow. Please share. And even if you don't hit the 100 pips, please share. It's important for me to know how you're doing so I can do a follow-up. If you don't share, I don't know how you're doing. Maybe you are lost. Maybe you are still behind. If you need more attention, I will not know if you don't share. All right? Okay, good night. Good night, all.
Good night.
Yeah, we'll talk
Good
next.
night.
Good night. Thank you. Thank you.
Night.
Good night.
Good night. Thank you.
Good night, coach.
All right, good night.